Bow, Papa Zero here once again, and today I got a strength stacking, slayer hunting, tiger wielding, holy hammers hitting build for you. Once again, I'm sick again. This is great. Now this is a strength stacking build on a budget, and I wanted to kind of show you guys what you can do if you so choose to, if you want to take a different approach to said strength stacking, right? So don't worry about if holy hammers is not your build, or maybe strength stacking is not your build. This is just an example of what you guys can do using different equipment, thinking outside the box. All right, so the footage is gonna be rather short and sweet because I'll just be going right into the gear. Here we go. 17, 16, 15, I'm just kidding. Here we go. Gear section right now. Alright guys, so I jokingly grabbed a Brutus lead sprinkler and I slammed it with the corrupted Val orb, and I got the very cool 5 to 8 fire damage with this weapon. Right, normally it's 4 to 7. So because of that, I was like, okay, I have to make a strength stacking build. So here we are. So first thing you might notice is, yes, this is a, once again, Enmity's Embrace ring. And once again, I'm using different colors this time. Fullborn Skin of the Lords to make my elemental resistances, especially my fire resistances, overcapped by that 200 mark, which we are absolutely going for, right? So these two pieces go together very nicely. Don't care about the solipsism notable on this chest. It doesn't really matter. You can get something cool like Valpact or maybe something else if you're kind of interested, but nothing really too much going on with that. But what I wanted to show you guys is, look at that. 3 Dragons Golden Mask. This is a 1996 classic, very underutilized in my opinion, but as you saw in that video when I killed the fortress boss, even the fortress boss was taken, or excuse me, it was shocked at 27%, right? So super cheap. I got the max power charge, I got the max life, I got the 30 resistances, which is actually very relevant for this build. And now I can shock, meaning I do 27% more damage. In this ring I got like week 1 of the league, so there was like 1 divine. This is a pretty cool ring. I might use it on another build, especially if I'm going Juggernaut. So I don't know, maybe this is more than just a divine now, right? Maybe it's 5 or maybe it's 10. But at the time where I bought it, it was very cheap. Some fire resistances, life, strength, but it is Warlords influenced. And same with my shield, I got the area effect. Don't worry about that, I was just trying to go for life, strength. But the reason why we have Warlords influenced onto two gear pieces is because of that Bound by Destiny jewel. So I think this was probably the most expensive piece on this. I forget, it was like 4 or 5 divines. If you go up to 15% strength, increased strength, it was like 10 divines. I'm like, I am paying for that. This is just nice to have. It is not a must. Lethal Pride just giving us some strength and melee crit chance, which is pretty cool. Fire resistance is nice. We once again utilizing the Light of Meaning and the beautiful Unnatural Instinct, so we get all these fire damage. No, it's very beautiful. This adds a ton of damage. Absolutely grab it if you can. And then the reason for me war crying all the time, or try to at least anyways, is so I can get that free onslaught for 4 seconds. And then hunting, shout, enemies are taunted. If I war cried, they're intimidated, they take increased, right? So again, it's a more multiplier, so they take 10% more damage, which is huge in front of bosses, especially. Because I chose to be greedy and get myself the global accuracy and melee range and damage and my spectral tiger, I decided, oh wait, I need some life leech, so I get that through Drive the Destruction. And then my mana leech is through Fuel the Fight. So that's how I leech both mana and life. Now, specifically when it comes to Holy Hammers, right? I don't know if you guys use this. This is a brand new skill this league. It's pretty cool. But a power charge can be expended to call down additional hammers to either side of the initial slam. So that's why we're pretty much, not crit capped, but we're pretty much up there even without the power charges. But I grabbed a couple, well, just the one here for additional power charge. But we do get chance to gain power charge when we stun an enemy And then we have the Anointment Disciple of the Forbidden. So when we kill, we get a power charge or chance. And then last but not least, we have the Assassin Mark when we get to that rare or unique. So we've pretty fairly easily, chanceably getting those power charges. And therefore our AoE is pretty good. And it feels great. And this build is fun, so play it. A lot of buttons to press. Not my typical type of build. I like to press just one button most of the time. Most of the time I make a build, but this time something slightly different, definitely more interactive. So if you get a chance, try it out, guys. Let me know how it looks, how it feels, how it plays, and let's talk about it. All right, let's let's talk about it, guys. All right, I'm gonna get some more medication in me, and I'll see you guys later. Have a great day. Thanks for watching once again. Bye.